Hello and welcome to Inktober Day number 2. I'm Dan Letha. Today we're going to talk about technology and its place in learning artwork. And today, if you might have noticed that my tool of choice is more digital than it was yesterday. Yesterday I was drawing on paper with pencil and marker, and today I've gone digital. And the specific tools that I'm using here as we're watching an inking of this little Dachshund character. The graphics tablet that I'm using is called a Cintiq, and it's the 24-inch model that Wacom makes, and it is a beautiful thing. I love the Cintiq as it allows you to draw on this color monitor that displays your artwork. So it's sort of like drawing on a piece of paper. At least your stylus is connecting with the artwork that you're drawing physically, instead of some of the other tablets that you kind of look at the monitor while you have your tablet kind of on your lap or down on your desk and you're moving your stylus around like a mouse. This one allows you to draw right on the artwork itself, which is really, really nice. And a lot of professionals these days have the Wacom Cintiqs, and they're pretty expensive. This one cost $2,200 back a few years ago when it was brand new, and the software that I'm using here is also a little bit expensive, and it's the Corel Painter 2019 art program. And if you looked it up on Amazon, I think even right now you can find prices like $350 for this program. And so professional art programs like Corel Painter and Adobe Photoshop can be pretty spendy. And but that's the point. One is I didn't pay any of those expensive prices for either one of these things. I was able to get the Cintiq used, and I was able to buy the Corel Painter program today. Actually, I got an email saying that there was a bundle that a company was selling for $25. So I actually got that for a very, very good price. And so there are ways to get these things a lot cheaper than the very expensive prices that are out there on the market. So, and that was completely legal, by the way. So maybe we'll talk about some of those cheaper ways to get things in future videos. But anyway, cheaper or not, some of this stuff is still very expensive compared to paper and pencil. And I know kids are very much into the digital equipment these days. And my encouragement to parents is to, know that in the professional realm, certainly the digital tools are something that you are pretty much required to know these days to be in an art career. And they'll certainly be of great benefit to you. But especially in the early days of learning artwork, iPads and whatever else technology that has art programs on them, if you have access to those things already, they certainly can be great tools to help you learn. But don't feel like you have to go out and get those things just to start teaching your children artwork, just because we live in a digital age. Paper and pencil and crayons and markers and watercolors and whatever other paints you want to buy from the art store, those things are fantastic, and they're great. The same principles that produce good artwork with paper and pencil and markers and paints on real paper are the same principles that produce really good artwork on the computer. You apply those skills that you learn to whatever tools that you're using at the time. So paper and pencil, computer, the same principles apply. And so those are the important things, and you don't have to have expensive technology to learn those principles. So don't feel pressured to go out and buy this technology. Certainly pay attention to it if your child exhibits art interests that are ongoing and you feel like, wow, this might be a career choice for them down the road. Then you can start paying attention to what are the programs and what are the pieces of hardware that I need to buy for something that's more serious. But don't give up on paper and pencil. It's been an old standard for many, many years. Many of the successful artists today that use technology, digital tablets and all that's, Adobe stuff, they learned on paper and pencil like I did. And so today's children can learn those skills on those same things, and the technology can wait. Don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money to train your children in their art interests early on. So that's good news. And thanks for watching Inktober Day number 2.